Hello, everybody. We're back to finish out the TPA receipt chain of the Café and Darner archives. We're going to start with seed TPA05. It's passcoded, and the passcode hint is I'm wearing red today with a smile painted in place. It's goth rock trivia in 2 words. No clue, so let's go ahead and check the wiki archive page. Clue number 1 is the phrases wearing red today and smile painted in place are 2 separate lines from the same song. The band's name is mentioned in TPA07. Okay, TPA07. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that it's this. Okay, it is that. Okay, so this one was posted by 1313 on the 25th of January, 1996, and it says, Pleasant has done a wonderful job ruining our school lives. Seriously, top-notch work. Between our principal and the preps, every second of every day has become a moment for spiritual reflection. Everything, everywhere, all at once is a holy miracle, and God forbid you don't fully take them each and every one in. Ugh, it's getting exhausting. Pile onto that an absolute fear of anything that even whiffs of the satanic or other, and it's become such a fun learning environment. And things are only getting worse as the tension builds to the big assembly we've been promised. It was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago, but the whole cheer bus accident delayed it to next week. 7 a.m. sharp. I couldn't possibly imagine a better start to my Monday, could you? It's been made very clear to us that there is absolutely no skipping, ditching, or otherwise avoiding this event. You'll need a thrice notarized doctor's note stamped by the Pope to get out of this one. So I guess we'll at least all get to suffer together. Yay. Originally, we were gonna have 53 sneak in with us, but conveniently, he's off chasing necromancers in Wyoming. At least we aren't going in totally unprepared. 62 says she'll be keeping a close eye on the assembly for any indications of demonic influence. Real demonic influence, obviously. If Red is right, and she usually is, we need to be ready for a very brash Mothman to finally seal his disastrous deal on Monday. If we don't get a full blast of his paranoia and fear magic, I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow causes the auditorium to collapse or something. I guess I'd rather be dead at a Monday morning assembly, though. I'm not sure that I like that at all. Let's hope that it doesn't get that far. Okay, next we have CTPA06. The password hint is eyes and ears, and it's in DPSS05. It's 3 words. I kind of already looked into this one. If you look at this receipt chain, you'll see later on in here that it says Jan and another lady named Linda become the eyes and ears. So Jan and Linda has got to be the answer. Jan and Linda. Has to be. Yay! This one was posted on the 29th of January 1996, and it's from number 62, and it says, That wasn't Mrs. Pleasant. Whatever she was, wasn't human. However, I finally have the name for your shut-in string board. Abigail Hawthorne, the head of the Satan Sucks Committee. She was joined by Jan Galloway and Linda Paris, her eyes and ears. Jan and Linda are, to my knowledge, humans, though I see why 35 has such distaste for Jan. They are a very preachy and screechy lot. Altogether, they are their own sort of hellish dark triad, or a wasp triad, I suppose. Apparently, this was Abigail's first public appearance since the formation of the Satan Sucks Committee. She fully intended to stay out of the limelight for fear of undue satanic spells and hexes thrown at her in retaliation for her work. But after the principal and cheerleader accidents, she felt she had no choice but to make her presence known. I tried to get a blood reading on Abigail to see if she was Haunter Scaldy or not, but all I got was error, which, yes, could mean she's just human, or it could mean she's masking her demonic nature somehow. The assembly wrapped up with the promise from Abigail that she will draw all of the demonic forces out of Long Beach and, if need be, will burn all heretics who stand in her way. She plans to place deacons in the schools to ensure no demonic forces are overtaking the souls of the innocents. Of course, the deacons are from the Open Doors Church, and I don't need a blood reading to tell you that they are undoubtedly Haunter Scaldian demons. I think the most concerning part of the entire assembly was when she started listing off what would be banned on school grounds. Of course, there was a lot of the usual: heavy makeup, salacious music, corrupt games, but also caffeine. Coffee specifically, which she said while looking at 35, 44, and 1313. Oh, that's very not good. We're gonna wrap it up with TPA07. This one was posted on the 30th of January 1996 by number 35, and it says the tab was paid for by Mrs. Pleasant. I'm so sick and tired of all these churchgoers attempting to take over our school lives. I swear I'm going to find a way to make sure no deacons, no Padre Santos, no Satan suckers, and no dark triads will ever be able to set foot in Wilson High again. I don't know how, but I will. Maybe number 71 knows of a way we can permanently bar them from our school. And if he doesn't, I'll find a way on my own. I'm sure there's something we can do. There has to be. In the meantime, all we can really do is rebel against all this draconian nonsense. Start blasting Psyxes, Mephisto Walls, The Cure, and Bauhaus in the halls. Rolling dice, playing cards, and conjuring demons in between classes. And of course, we need to not only drink coffee, but we also need to start selling it too. 2. Bring out the counterculture in full force. Wake up the masses. I'll see if 53 has any ideas on how we can get our classmates some coffee without getting them unnecessarily hooked on the stuff. Obviously, we still need to maintain a healthy barrier between those who drink coffee and those who don't. With the owner's permission, I'm closing out TPA care of Mrs. Pleasant. The sting of vehicular disaster seems to have subsided as Mrs. Pleasant got nearly everything she wanted. Undue chaos at the expense of Mr. Tormenta and a stronger grip on Wilson High. The few parents who weren't suckers have converted either because their kids witnessed a terrifying accident or they saw the writing on the wall with the wacky weather. Unless Mrs. Pleasant starts another string of personal disasters, there's no point in keeping this tab in particular open. That's very not good. That's very, very, very not good. But we're only going to really find out how bad it actually is in the next receipt chains. And we won't get to those until next week. So until then, sweet nightmares. I just wanted to take the time to thank my Patreons and channel members. Your support is so appreciated. If you are not a channel member or Patreon and you would like to become one, there's a link in the description below. All channel members and Patreons receive 24 hours early access to all content posted on both of my channels. And all Patreons or channel members of the $10 Hellhound tier can request one horror-related video or stream topic or one horror-related game that I play on my live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel and the content that I make.